Mike Moore Media.
I'm checking in with our friends in Stoneville. The regular monthly town meeting is coming up tonight, and town manager Perry Webster is on the line. Hey, Perry.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing okay, and I know you've got, looks like a busy agenda tonight. Tell us give us a preview. What's happening?
Well, first thing, of course, we have a new finance director and a new clerk. So Shannon Tucker and Delia Hutchison will be sworn in tonight as our Sherry Darnell retired, and our former finance director, Sam Stewart, got married on us and moved down near Charlotte. So we're glad to have these young ladies, both of them here from Stoneville, so they'll be sworn in tonight. Our Arts Council is planning a program, and Miss Amy Chan will be giving the board information on their plans for what they call the Art of Us day in our downtown Stoneville area in the next coming months. So she'll be giving that information. We have on there to survey our cemetery and construct a driveway there. We've had some requests from citizens and funeral home directors that request that we construct a driveway to reduce the distance that families have to walk for committals or a graveside service of a loved one. Mm-hmm. And the current situation makes it extremely difficult for senior citizens or people with disabilities or pallbearers to get to a gravesite from a specific point. So we're asking that we go ahead and construct that driveway. And in doing that, we need to get our cemetery surveyed because, sometimes I think we take for granted or take life for granted and fail to understand that unexpected things happen to us all. Mm-hmm. So meaning if I know where the corners are and something happens to me and I can't tell someone else, I've not made the proper arrangements to make sure that somebody else will know where those property lines are, we're lost. So we right now, while we have people who know where they are, we want to go ahead and get it surveyed and do permanent markings that we'll keep up every year so there won't be a question about where the property starts and ends or whose property or what have you. So if we can get that done, and it will eliminate a lot of issues in the years to come.
That cemetery has been there a long, long time, too, hasn't it?
It has, and
yeah.
We just want to make sure that, we don't want to have to disturb someone's grave because they're built across a property line or something like that. So the resting place of a loved one, we don't want to disturb. So we want to make sure that we have everything properly documented where anybody coming in this office or has to do anything with the cemetery, there's proper information that provides them with the guidance they need to get that done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
We received a what they call a PEG grant. It's a public educational government access channels that you can video your council meetings, and they will be televised at some later point or later time to people who want to watch the council meetings. It is not something that it's an on-time thing. In other words, they won't be video and it'll be shown on its public information channel now, but it will be shown at some later date. And some towns have decided maybe not to use that money for council meetings, but to use it for advertisement for their park programs or other things of that nature. So the council will give us guidance tonight as to how they want to use these funds, if they want to use them to record our meetings, and then at some point they will be aired on this public education and government access channel, then that's fine. We just need some direction as to what we want to do with those funds.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I understand. Okay.
We have some areas in town, being North Glen, Kellum, Dalton Street, Highland Street area, that have some water pressure issues. So I've developed a plan to come up with a solution that we could resolve these issues relatively quickly. I mean, within probably a 30-day period of time. And these people have been putting up with these conditions for long periods of time, just, where they couldn't do two things in the house at one time if it involved water. That's how they're uphill from our downtown water tank. And of course, when you're pumping uphill, you're going to slow down the amount of flow that you have to a particular location. So we want to eliminate those problems, and we've come up with a way that we think we know we can afford to do, and it'd be relatively quick. If not, we talking about putting in a pumping station up there or what have you, and that would be just hundreds of thousands of dollars, which would not be feasible at this time. So I've come up with a plan that hopefully will eliminate those problems from those residents up there.
That's good news. That's been going on for a while.
It has. It has.
Okay.
We got a motion right now. If you use our Stoneville Park, we've done a lot of renovating over there, and we have a very nice screened-in shelter over there, and we're redoing our restrooms, remodeling those in the very near future. Where before we started using our park this year, and we're going to try to increase our fees just a little bit. It won't increase the fee for the small shelter, but I'm asking that we increase the fees for the large shelter over there to come in, in being competitive with Ferris Park or other parts within the area. Not something anybody couldn't afford, but $25 to use that large shelter over there is very cheap, and of course we just want to keep it to where we can keep upgrading and keep it nice. So we're going to ask for a little increase there on the park fees.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We have an old police vehicle that we need to sell, and we sell on Gov Deals. So what happens is the town board has to take this vehicle out of service and declare it surplus. And once that's done, we'll put it on Gov Deals. We have a truck also we're going to sell that we've been using. It's already been declared surplus, but we're going to sell both of those vehicles on Gov Deals if the town board approves that. We'll also be introducing our new our new recreations director. As you know, Jackie decided, he wanted to do some other things and spend some time some other places, so he resigned as our he keeps saying public works, but our recreation director, and we've hired a new recreation director. His name is Avery Dillon Brown. He has a 4-year degree in Parks and Rec. Very excited about what he's brought to our attention and what he's going to be able to do. He lives here off Janet Road, and he has children here, and he's excited about going to work for us. He's already gotten another bowling team. We got the bowling league started in May, so we'll introduce him and to our council tonight and to the public. So we're very excited about what Dylan's going to bring to the town of Stoneville and basically rebuilding our recreation department.
Well, that is good news for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Public Works building, in my comments on my manager's report, our Public Works building, we're still in the process of getting the grading plans done, and we hope to break ground on that facility in the very near future. I would say in the next 15 to 20 days, if everything goes as planned, we'll be able to get the grading done and get our concrete poured, and then they'll start erecting our building down there. It's been a long-awaited building in the same hand. We are having some issues in the last couple of weeks with tearing down this old Public Works building, some things that we need to get due power to remove before we don't want to take any chances when you're tearing down something. When you don't think something will go wrong, that's when it does. So we want to make sure that we have everything out of the way. The last thing we want is anybody to be out of power because something had fallen on a line or what have you. So, when you make those requests, due power has to take some time for them to get out and do what you need done. So once that's done, demolition will start on there, and I hope to just make a parking lot there behind it's adjacent to the post office, which I've always worried about senior citizens or children getting out of a vehicle there on Main Street because it is a very busy street, and people who have issues trying to get in and out of a vehicle is very hard. So I'm hoping to just put a parking lot there, a gravel lot where people can park there and be off the street and come to the sidewalk or what have you and go to the post office. I think that'll make it better for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll eventually all come together, won't it?
It will. It will.
Okay.
This year we've Councilman Smith brought to the board about purchasing and erecting Christmas decorations, ornaments downtown, and it's been several years that I've not seen any Christmas decorations in our downtown area. So this year we're going to purchase and install Christmas decorations this year to light up downtown Stoneville for our Christmas or our holiday season. So we're very excited about what that's going to do for our downtown area. We have a strategic planning retreat scheduled for March 18th. It's going to be in the council chambers at the old town hall, which is now the police and fire department. And Mr. Jesse Day of the Piedmont Triad Council of Governments will be the facilitator. And it's basically planning how we can improve our town and suggesting ways to do it. And of course, in suggesting those ways, it's always a funding issue. We have to find funds to do whatever we can do to improve our town. So we are looking forward to that. And then, of course, the last but not least is our memorial program. This is the 25th year after the tornado of March 20th. So March 20th, 1998. So we will be having a little memorial program there at the Beth Mitchell Memorial Park on March 20th. We'll probably get there around 10 after 3 and have, just a few words of comfort, words spoken as to see, remembering 25 years ago where we were and what was happening to us, and basically being grateful that, we haven't lost any more life or anything to tornadoes here in the Stoneville area. It doesn't seem like it's been 25 years, but it has.
No, it certainly doesn't. No.
I remember where I was and what I was doing at that time. So it's basically it's a lot of information to be given tonight. It shouldn't take a lot of time if everything flows like it normally does. I mean, the council and mayor have some decisions to be made with some issues that we're facing, and we'll bring forth tonight. But I don't think it's going to take a tremendous amount of time.
Perry, I appreciate the preview of that, and I'll see you tonight at the meeting.
Thank you, Mike, and you have a good day.
You do too. Bye.
All right.
The Stoneville Town Council meeting, regular monthly meeting, is tonight, 7 o'clock at the regular meeting place there in Stoneville. Perry Webster giving us kind of a preview of what's on the agenda, and lots of business tonight for sure. The meeting always open to the public, and there is a time for public comments for residents to speak. Get more information on Facebook at Town of Stoneville, NC, and the website is town.stoneville.nc.us. And I remind you, as always, please support our Stoneville businesses.